officially at the 21. They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 29, Rodgers. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now they send a man in motion right. To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Adam Thielen from 3 yards out. And the Rams will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
But that felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Okay, great.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They fake the handoff, now Tua. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Uchenna Nwosu buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On 3rd down, here's Harris. There's a nice move. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So on now is Johnny Hekker to punt this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to find that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. First and 10, it's Patterson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of 30. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you all know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Here's Tua. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. That brings up second and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good show of hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
From midfield, here's Tua. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. Touchdown! Damian Harris, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he finds Austin complete. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Calvin Austin, 59 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Rodgers will throw for it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
Whereas most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're starting to put some space here. In the first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to, but somehow they put it together.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Rams will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
When the team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Tua on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as this defense were a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. They'll give to Harris. A stop made defensively by Mike Edwards.
He was brought down by Mike Edwards.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Here we go. Here we go.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Damian Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Keenan Allen, 75 yards. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right.
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, a little time left on the clock here in the 2nd quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. On first down, Tagovailoa. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing one out for Crowder. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
That is caught by Thielen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
First down, Rams.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he's got it inside the 10. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Boogie Basham earning himself a tackle for a loss as he stops him behind the line.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Tua sets up to pass it.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Two and now on first down. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Harris uses the stiff arm. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tua. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Elliott good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. This is caught at the 20. A big play there for L.A. 68 yards. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Patterson running between the tackles. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Aaron Rodgers with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Rams have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down. Now before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
That's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down already. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here, right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Out of the gun on third down. Here's Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. DJ Moore, 42 yards. And the Vikings have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. They're going to try and run for it. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this a very important drive leading to the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Working with a 2nd and 3. Here's Rodgers. Open man, once again, it's Thielen. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Go to 50, and you block over here.
Rodgers to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This to advance to the divisional round. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.